Most people settle down by their late 30s, but not me. I decided to double down on comedy instead. So if you're in your late 30s and still chasing the dream, this one's for you. And even if you're not, come and listen. Learn how not to do it. I'm Daft Lad, aka Kyle, and this is why I still pursue comedy in my late 30s.
Oh, excellent. How wonderful, how wonderful.
So the big question, why? Why am I still doing this? Most of the people that I went to university with, to Edinburgh with, wherever else, have long since stopped even trying to pursue the dream. And it's easy to see why. I mean, let's be real here. There are some challenges, some significant challenges. For a start, there's bills to pay. Monthly rent in London is about the same price as it is for a one-night stay at the Ritz with a facial. Only in this case, the facial is more akin to being spat in the face by my landlord every 23rd of the month. Comedy, writing, acting, none of it's really known for paying that regularly. Although it can pay well, it's not consistent. So you need to find some alternative sources of income if you're thinking about pursuing this. You've got to have the inconvenience in order to have the convenience, as my granddad would always say. You need a full-time job to support a full-time passion. Why? Because life's fair. And I'm lucky. I mean, I haven't got kids, I haven't got a mortgage. Although, to be honest with you, I'm not sure that my self-doubt could cope with a mini-me running around declaring, hey, guess what? I got the lead in the school nativity, one-upping my previous golden achievement of playing both humps in the Camel in Bull Nottingham in 1991. Fuck off. But despite all of the rubbish that goes with it, and believe me, there's a lot. I mean, I could do another video just simply on all of the rubbish that goes with it. I don't actually have a choice. It's in me. I have to create stuff, and that stuff has to make people laugh. And when it does, that's when I know I'm on the right track. And that's been the case since I was a little kid all the way right through to now I'm 38. Because if I do have to have several different versions of myself across various different jobs, then it's right that one of those versions is the true me, right? Maybe some of you feel the same. But it's not all bad news. You know, when I first moved to London 20 years ago, Jesus Christ, I said to my pals at the time that if I've not made it by the time I'm 30, I'll give up. And just as any 30-something looks entirely out of place at a club 18 to 30, I didn't want to find myself as some elder in a pool of optimistic youth. Actually, if that's you, and you quite like being positive and things, this channel's not for you. Sod off.
Off! Get out of the fucking way, you stupid old bitch!
But then, that 18-year-old me spouting all of that nonsense didn't really have a clue what he was talking about. I mean, what does it even mean to make it? When I was 18, there was no YouTube, no camera phones. Most of the UK was only fields. Jesus, I'm really cheering myself up. No. The 18-year-old me thought making it was ending up on the telly. And that was a valid pursuit, especially in 2003. But now everybody's got a telly in their pocket. In fact, if you're watching this, then I'm on your telly. Shit, I should call my mum. Plus, I didn't get my first agent until I was 30. My first acting job didn't come through until I was 31. And the content I've been making became by far and away better around 10 years ago. So if that painfully annoying 18-year-old me that was running around spouting shit got his way, then I might not have been the face of Nokia for 3 months in 2018. That's right, I said Nokia. They do still make phones. Or at least they did, in 2018. So let's chat reality now, because believe me, I have had my fair share of doses of reality in my time. Whether it was my first trip to the Edinburgh Fringe, where there were 4 of us in the show and 2 in the audience who insisted the show go on. Sadists. Or there's the time we flew out to LA on the promise of a meeting, only to arrive to find the guy was actually in New Orleans. And the time I self-funded and self-produced my own comedy pilot, Ricky Gervais style, only for the producer to steal all of our cash, leaving me to negotiate with a very unhappy, unpaid cameraman in an attempt to plead his good nature to get the rushes.
We should get him on the pills.
The good news is that producer's in prison now.
Oi!
I mean, any one of those reality checks is enough to make someone never want to do it again. And I have got so many examples of where things just didn't go quite to plan, or went so far in the wrong direction that I may as well not have bothered doing it in the first place. But here's the rub. That's kind of the point, isn't it? Just like I thought I understood what it was to make it. If I hadn't have gone through all of those difficulties, those trying times, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And I don't mean successful. Please, don't misunderstand me. I don't mean that at all. But I have spent years cutting my teeth, learning my craft, developing my skills. For some people, that arrives fully formed for them. Lucky them. But for most, that seed within us of talent needs nurturing. Years and years of nurturing. And those that don't do that fall off. I mean, those of us that do that probably fall off too, but at least we know how to fall off in style.
They're bullshit.
And that's why I started this channel. To share the journey. The struggles, the wins, the losses. And of course, to make people laugh. See, I've got quite an extensive back catalogue, if you like, of broadly unseen comedy sketches and short films and skits and all the rest of it. In fact, I've started putting some up there already, and some of your comments have been fantastic, so do please keep them coming, because we need the algorithm to recognise that my videos are funny and therefore should be pushed to a wider audience. Plus, I'm filming a new web series as well. It's called Born Freelance. Keep an eye out for it. It'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And I'm making a return to the stage as well with my first live show in over 10 years, which is going to be debuting at the Brighton Fringe in May. So there's a lot going on. So I thought, why not start a new channel? Host the old stuff, plug the new stuff, and share some of the outtakes along the way.
Oh, fucking Jesus. And then I just crumble that over a chicken.
I also figured I'd dabble in some of this insight stuff too. Whether it's videos on why I still do it, or when things have gone wrong.
Ah, dickhead.
Me preparing the grand return to the stage, or the 5 things I wish I knew now, then. Either way, expect some comedy insights from someone who hasn't quite cracked it. I'm happy to talk. Pick my brains. If nothing else, you'll find out how not to do it. And in any event, it's cathartic for me. So if you're still out there chasing what you love, pursuing a dream that might not have quite come true or materialised itself in a way which you expected it to, then keep going. It's not too late, is it? I mean, I'm 2 years off 40, for fuck's sake. And even if it is too late, and maybe you'll fill the comments saying it is, it's not really my problem. It's the commissioner's problem, because they're the ones that's going to have to deal with me messaging them every year for another 20 years. I got to get on the telly. So if this smacks, hit that subscribe button and maybe, just maybe, we can crack this comedy thing together.